Hello everyone, I'm the Mole Man and welcome to Train Sim World. Yes, we are currently on the East Coastway route because in the last video we drove a 319 to Brighton, that's vanished, and we're now driving a pair of 377s. We're on foot at the moment, we're going to get on board and set this train up. Let's bring up the HUD so I can see what I'm doing time-wise. We depart at 15:30 or something. Anyway, we're going to get the... Oh, thank you. We're going to get the rear of the train set up, so I want the tail lights on, that's it, and I think that'll do. As long as let's put them on the rear there. Yep, right, tail lights are on, excellent. Now we're going to run down to the front of the train. So yes, East Coastway, Train Sim World. Because normally, I'd always end a speed run at Brighton, but you know, these days don't have to. We can keep the journey going. We can head east, towards Eastbourne, which is what we're going to be doing today. I believe this is a Hastings service we're going to be taking control of, so that's good. Run down to the end, get ourselves in. That's it, set everything up so we can actually drive it. There we go. There we go. Shut that now. Open the windows to get a bit of air. Now we're going to turn all of these on. So we've got some actual things to screw me over later. Sit down. Headlights on. Master key in. I think we're in a good place. We're in a good place. We're going to set this up to say Hastings, because I believe that's where this train is destined to go. Okay, exit. Let's just check outside to make sure the front of the train is looking how we want it. It is 377415, and there's a service that's just coming from London, which is very cool. So yeah, this is Train Sim World. I've not done much of this on the channel. Back in the day, I did like one video and one live stream. That was about it. But there's a lot more content in it now, with more content always coming. So I thought I'd cover a bit of Train Sim World, which is very nice, especially since East Coastway is a thing. Like, having a new Electro Star just to drive is just lovely. I mean, it's just so pretty. I love it. I love it. Anyway, we're going to be departing in a couple of minutes, so I shall see you when we can open the doors, close them, and get on our way. Okay, we can now unlock the doors, let all the passengers do their thing, which is very good. Make sure they're all actually doing that. Doors are open, yep, I'm sure people will be getting on and off. This is the, well, hopefully, well, there's lots of people on already, look at that. People getting on too early, amazing. But I love this, because if you don't know, the original Electro Star in TS1 has got all the seats the same, but in this, the seats are actually different in the correct coaches, which is very cool. So this is 2+3 in here, which is these are the worst seats ever on Electro Star. These are worse than the so-called ironing boards, I think. They're just dreadful. They're just dreadful. Anyway, let's not hang about too much. I've got a mod that turns it into the Pride logo Southern Train, which is really cool. The fact that people are modding Train Sim World on PC is cool. I like it. Come on, let me just close the door. Close the door. There we go. So we've got to leave in about a minute. We've got to leave in about a minute. We've got the signal. That's good. E for east, because we are heading along the East Coastway. That we are. I hear beeps. Is another train about to leave? I can hear traction motors. Where is it? I can hear a train. Where is it? No, don't shut the window. Open the door. Oh, it's over there. Probably on a West Coastway service. There it goes. Anyway, let's not concern ourselves with that. Let's just focus on driving. Hopefully we can I'll shut the doors in a few seconds. go. Next stop, Falmer. We're on our way on the East Coastway. There we go. Look at that. So cool. I love Brighton. I've been to Brighton a few times now, and by train. It's kind of cool. And departing where we left not long ago, but heading in a different direction. Oh yes. I just want to get a screenshot. If you see any pauses like this, it's a screenshot because Train Sim World renders them. UE4 lets you render screenshots instead of just capturing the screen, which means a little pause, but lovely 4K screenshots like yes please, you know, yes please. So that's the sort of screenshots we want right there. So immediately we're going to go over the London Road Viaduct, I believe that's what this is called. Let's get ourselves up to 25, which is what we can do. We could do 30 in a minute. So yeah, there's the viaduct. Such a striking feature in Brighton. And to think that I've only gone over it in a 395 is really weird. On the I think it was the Regency Javelin Rail Tour, they sent one down the East Coastway. So I went over this for the first time in a Class 395, which was an interesting experience. Very interesting. Right. Speed limit should be increasing to 55 soon, I believe, based on what that said, and then we can get ourselves really rolling. Ding. So we've got a 70 limit. Yep, there's the 55. Let's take it away. 2.8 miles to Falmer. 2.7 miles to Falmer. So yeah, we are stopping at a few stations along the way. We are stopping at Falmer, Lewis, Berwick, Polegate, Hampden Park and Eastbourne with an expected arrival time of 16:07. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Just take in the journey as it goes. Try not to screw anything up. I've driven this route quite a lot, as you can imagine, so I do kind of know what I'm doing, but it's the first time I'm doing it whilst recording. I've done it on a live stream once on the other channel I had, but no, it's the first time doing it recording, so managing the recording and talking and all that lot, I could screw up, but I'll try not to. I'll try not to. I'd like to think I can do well. Just gotta be careful. 70 limit. The station approaching. Not stopping at it. That's where the all stoppers do their thing. Train leaving. Awesome. Very nice. Look at that. Ding. Take a screenshot. Because many screenshots need to happen. It's just the way it is. Alright, we're climbing at the moment. Slowly heading towards 70 miles an hour. This is good because we'll be able to get right up to speed at certain sections along this. Hopefully we'll hit 90 miles an hour in this thing, which is very nice. But yeah, Electrostar. Over the moon when I learnt this because this was going to be a thing. It's like, oh, we're doing East Coastway. What? Yeah. And it's like, oh yes. Yes, please. I love it. It's just nice to see some third rail in Train Sim World. It's very cool. Alright, got 60 limit approaching. And Falmer's not far away either. We're going uphill. We should better brake just on that, hopefully. In theory. It's not really happening, is it? This thing's really good at rolling up a hill. There we go. 60. With Falmer stop in about 800 yards, yeah. Just bring the brakes on. Nice and gently. And hopefully we'll be good. Welcome to Falmer. ding. I like this. It's a very low-key driving experience where you can just enjoy it for what it is. Get ourselves to the end of the platform. Come on. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Very early as well, that's not too bad. Get ourselves a neutral. Let's take a step out. Over to Falmouth. Stadium over there. That's cool. Hello people, I'm just your driver walking outside the train, don't mind me. Probably best to just stay on board because we've got the clear to go in a minute. Wait until, oh no, still got a little bit of time. Let all the people on and off. Are they all off now? Yeah. Cool. Nice, right. Come on time, I want to go, 20 seconds. Is that an aircraft going overhead? Sounds like it. One of the coolest things about this section of the route, I don't think it's going on right now, but there's like a chance of hearing a football game going on in the stadium around this time of day. I can hear a slight cheering. I'm wondering if today's the day. It's cool. You won't always hear it. You'll only hear it sometimes, and it sort of picks up in the afternoon. Like, you know, really picks up as, you know, people start getting goals, and then dies down again in the evening. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. Alright, let's get ourselves out of here. Lewis is in 4.3 miles. Our speed limit's currently 60, but that's no problem because there's 70 in a minute. It's all good. I do love it. One of my favourite things about this is being able to set the cab up, like move all the doors around and stuff. Because if you ever walk through an Electrostar in real life, if you walk through a gangway, you do get to walk through and look through the little window that lets you see into the cab as you walk through the gangway. So being able to set it up and then do that is really cool. It's really dark in here, isn't it? Cab light. You see, I always used to think the cab light in TS1 was just pitiful and terrible. But it seems like that's just what Electrostar's like in general, because that wasn't great either. Oh well. Yes, 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 thank you. Another 377. Nice. Alright, we're at 70. We'll sort of stick at this for a while. Oh, we're speeding. Going downhill. Didn't realise that. Wasn't paying attention. That's it. I don't know what my score is. There we go. That's my score. 2024 at the moment. Keep ourselves under the speed limit. It's quite easy to get gold on this, usually. Plenty of passenger stops give you points, and as long as you're driving to the speed limit, you get loads of points regularly, which is handy. Okay, going down is 1 in 90 though. Brutal. Keep going over the speed limit. Here we are, racing through the English countryside, going past all the cows. Say hello to the cows and the sheep. Say hello to them as well. Lovely. I do like this. It's just so pretty. It's not what you expect for most British routes, but they are just so pretty. A lot of them are. There aren't many routes that are ugly. There are some, but they're usually metro routes. But that's just their aesthetic based on their location, like proximity to big cities and stuff. As soon as you get out into the countryside, it's beautiful like this. Slowing down for that 55. I know we've got a 10 limit through Lewis, based because It doesn't seem like it should be a 10, but I think it's based on signal sighting is why it's so low. Let's sit down to 55 just in time. There's our 10 miles an hour. Yeah, I think signal sighting issues mean the speed limit through Lewis is why that's why it's that low. But it's nothing we can't deal with. Also means if you overshoot Lewis, you've got a serious problem, because it means you're really bad at stopping it from such a low speed. That's it. Just keep things nice and slow as we go downhill. Just as well I blew the whistle there. There's a crossing. There's quite a lot of unmarked crossings on this route. I assume it's all the private farmlands and stuff. Right. Let's really bring the speed down now. 400 yards. Still doing 40 miles an hour. Probably doing a bit too fast at the moment, but it's fine. Ah, no, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Got some castle ruins to the right. Yes, we do. Look at that. I love that. I love that attention to detail. It's just so cool. And there's the 10. We're still going downhill though, so I have to be careful. That's it. We'll just crawl ourselves into Lewis. Get the doors open. Good to be here at good time. See, there's another 377 there. That's the Lewis shuttle there. Just goes to and from Brighton and Lewis all day. So that's cool. Oh, got another one coming in that's just come from Eastbourne. Very nice. So yes, welcome to Lewis. Again, a place I've only ever been to in a Class 395. It's really bizarre. Camera hit someone. So many electro stars. Again, this signal's in a strange place because of sighting issues. I think if it was at the end of the platform. Yes, I got it. I think there's something to do with being able to see something. It's definitely a sighting issue because most of our train's actually going to be hanging off the edge of the platform, but that's where the stopping point is. Doors open. I think you're about to leave, aren't you? Let's watch you leave. You can yeah, there he goes. Bye bye train. Heading towards Brighton. Gonna do essentially what we've just done, but in reverse. Only a 4-car train. Ah, that's come from Seaford. That's not come from Eastbourne, that's come from Seaford. It's a 4-car train. That's cool. I should do a run on the Seaford branch at some point. Maybe we'll even take a 66 down there on the freight service. Very nice. Right, we can leave. We're probably going to be late now, but it's cool. It was worth it to watch that go past. Alright, Berwick. 7 miles. Exactly. With a 10 limit. So just straight away into notch 3. It's like, yeah, we're going to get to 10 really quickly if I do that. There's the line to London. You remember from when we went past the 319, we went past a place called Kemah Junction. That's the line that comes from Kemah Junction through several towns to Lewis. So that's that section there. Which is cool. So if you take Kemah Junction, you bypass Brighton and get to Lewis. So that's how the network joins up. I would like to see that section done in a simulator one day, so you can do that join up. That'd be cool. That's it. Crawl our way out of Lewis. Where are the trains about to leave the platform? We got this. Hopefully speed limit will go up shortly. To what, 20 or Is it 20? Goes up to 20? Yeah, there it is. See, I know what I'm talking about. I know this route. It's all good. And 40, then 60. Cosby Barrack at 1554. Well, that shouldn't be a problem, should it? Nah, shouldn't be a problem at all. Ding. Look at this. So cool. I love this 3 camera. You can get some just amazing angles. Like this. Live exposed electrical equipment below. That is true. That would be the shoe right there. That would be the shoe indeed. Look at that. We can get ourselves up to 60 now. Oh, the camera didn't like that, did it? It didn't like the water. Well, the cameras tend to not like water, so that's fine. Do something you can't do in real life. Window hanger 377. There you go. It says the junctions, the Seaford branch is going off to the right there. So we'll do that one day. Because those trains do stopping services. They stop at all the stations, like London Road, Brighton, and etc. So yeah. Right. Open her up now, 70 miles an hour, 80 approaching, so that'd be good, get up to speed. We're going downhill now, so have to be careful about that. Ding. Right in the midst of the South Downs. Very nice. It's one of the main roads that essentially follows the railway, I think. Sort of winds around a bit, but generally speaking, follows the railway. Look at that! That's just awesome. Cows there. I won't say hi to those ones. They look busy eating their food. And that's 80 miles an hour essentially. There we are. Nice and fast. Nice and fast. Race through a station here. Can't remember which station, but it's definitely a station. Can't read at that speed. Oh well. Ooh. The signal in a mile was briefly yellow then. I wonder if we're going to catch up to another train. Who knows? We'll find out. So it's back up to 80. 4 miles to Berwick. Just use notch 1. Just keep the speed slowly increasing. Let's look at this. We use the 8 camera. Watch the train race past. Let's head up a bit. Find somewhere decent. Watch the train race past. That'd be good. Ding! Glad I can hear that. That'd be good. Here we go. Crossing. Perfect. Very nice. I approve. Right, how are we doing? We can go up to 90. Let's do it. 2.9 miles to Berwick. We've got time to get up to 90, surely. We might have to slam the brakes on, but I'm sure we'll get up to 90. It's probably about as fast as these things go. I know they can do 100, but I don't know if there's anywhere where they're allowed to. Maybe AC on the West Coast Main Line, that's about it. '89. Go on, just take over and say 90, go on. Go on. No? No, we're just holding at 89, are we? Oops. Instead of putting space and B, I just hit space, space. Oh well. So I saw a crossing. 1.5 miles to go. Go on, hit 90. I'll give you notch 3 so you can do it. There we are. 90 miles an hour. And now let's coast because we've got to stop in just over a mile. See what I mean? So many crossings. There's a whistle board for a change. Let's actually blow our horn properly for that one. Oh, another train. Nice. Right, we're going to start braking. 0.6 miles is usually a good thing to go for, he says, hoping it will actually be a good thing to go for and that we won't go sailing through the station. Okay, maybe I cut it a bit fine, but you know, this thing's got good brakes. We've got good brakes. Nah, this will be fine. Welcome to Berwick. I think I did alright there. Seven yards, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That'll do. Doors open. And Berwick. I think a screenshot is necessary. There we go. Down the train here. Look at that. That's just cool. Oh, I just heard an electro star horn in real life. That was cool. Just heard a... Nice. Wait until 15:54 and 30 seconds. That we can do. I'm gonna watch it from the crossing. So let's get the doors locked. Set into forwards. And away we go. Ah, good fun. Ilkley-Moor. And away we go. I do love electro stars. Like in real life, just in particular. In train sim they're great because they're just nice to drive. But in real life, the seats on the older ones, they're so low down, you've got such big windows. They're the best train for getting views. So a seat like this, sat here, the view you get is essentially this, because the windows are so big. They're perfect sort of sight spotting trains, in my opinion. Just love them. 80 limit. See a crossing coming up. Polegate's the next stop, which is last station before we head south. So there we go. Oh, we can do 90 again. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Going uphill, come on. Get to 90, god damn it. Another crossing? So many crossings! Get a lot of them in the south. A lot of level crossings and little foot crossings. That's it. Shut up. I'm fine. I'm alive. There we go. 90 miles an hour again. Racing through the countryside. 1.3 miles to Polegate. At least we know we can stop at about 0.6 miles away now. At least if I slam the brakes on, we can. Oh! That's for a 35, okay. I'll brake a bit sooner and a bit more gently this time. See, I've got a 35 coming up because the railway curves south through Hampden Park and into Eastbourne. I believe it used to be a triangle junction, but trains now have to reverse to get to further east towards Hastings. Yeah. Why the hell did I say west? I don't know. That's it. Welcome to Polegate. Coming in a bit slowly. In reality, you should really nail it, so you just put apply brake and then just stop. I haven't done that because I'm an amateur, essentially. Driving trains virtually for years, still screw up the most basic of concepts, but it's fine. 6, 5, 4, and stop. Doors open. With the Polegate. Are we stopping at Hampden Park? I can't actually remember. Yeah, we are. Okay. That's not too bad. Stop at Hampden Park and then Eastbourne, where our journey ends. Where our journey ends indeed. Which started at Sheerness several days ago. I've probably done quite a few miles in all this. Quite a few miles indeed. Right, can depart in a short while. Get the doors closed. I always do it around sort of 6 seconds before, because that gives enough time for the doors to beep closed, then you can depart on time. See? Just like that. It's handy. Right, let's get us up to 35. And then we head towards Hampden Park, 2.3 miles. Well, I won't put any more power on. We'll just gradually let ourselves get to 35. That worked out quite well. We're at 34 now. Slight downhill, but hopefully we'll be okay. I'll keep an eye on it. He says, knowing full well I'll probably miss it and start speeding. Especially it starts getting... There we go. Started to get a bit steeper there. Down to 110. See, it's quite the sharp corner. The speed will go back up shortly. Back up now. Maybe the curve's a bit later then, but that's definitely one curve that gets us sort of ready. Yeah, you can see there's a curve up there. It's the track, sort of the trees are in front of us, so there's definitely a curve. Get back up to speed. Past the last few bits of lovely scenery as we head in the sort of eastward direction. So many farms. Big lake. Lovely. Oh. The camera did not like being inside that tree. Oh well. I mean, have you ever thrown a camera into a tree? I mean, I haven't, but I imagine it probably isn't that pleased with it. See, as we head, as we curve this way, we should. Yep, there's another railway up there. which is the line to Hastings, join up to them. So trains have to reverse at Eastbourne to actually continue their journey. Set the lines shall merge. There we go. Very nice. Oh my, we're stopping like right now. Too busy showing off the junction to realise that we're actually stopping. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's all good. It's all good. That's a good thing about Electrostar. You can panic, but the brakes will always save the day. That sounds like a challenge, doesn't it? How late can you brake in an Electrostar? Ding. Clearly I broke way too early, looking at that. I'm crawling in at 15 now. I should do a couple of runs where I don't talk, just to see what the difference is like. Should do that one day. I'm not talking masses amount at the moment because I'm trying to focus, but I'm still talking, so it's not easy. 5 yards and bring her in. Excellent. Welcome to Hampden Park. It's very nice. A lot of people waiting for a train. Oh wow, there's a train behind us coming in from... This shows off the reputation for this level crossing being one of the busiest like ever. So we've come in from one side, and that train up there has come in from the other. So that crossing is essentially going to stay down for the next train, and then we're probably going to head back, then that's going to head back, then another one's going to come in. It's just such a busy... It's just such a busy section of track. And that there proves it. The fact that we can see another train right behind us. He's going to be following us in. And the cool thing about that is as well, this service for us is going to end at Eastbourne. But with that train directly behind us going to Brighton, we can get out, wait for it, get on that and drive that back. And that's one of the cool things I like about the whole timetable service thing, is you can just keep playing. So if we wanted to, we could go straight back to Brighton. And then from there we could probably pick up a train to Seaford, and then head back, and Lewis, then head back. It just keeps itself going. And on a route like this as well, it's something I haven't done because I haven't had the time. But I'd love to sit down one day, first thing in the morning, and in real time get a train out the depot, take it into Brighton, take it on an ECS move to one of the stations on the route, and just stick with a train all day. I'd love to do that. Maybe I'll try and find the time to do that. Maybe not as a video, because that would be very boring. Me sat here driving a train by myself for several hours, but maybe we'll do a live stream one day where it starts, we're talking like 4:30 in the morning, sort of UK time, and we just drive a train in virtual real time. I think that would be very interesting to do. It's one of the first things I thought of wanting to do on this route, but as you can imagine, that takes several hours. Because you've got Lovers Walk Depot in Brighton, in theory you can take a train out of it, keep it in service all day, and keep driving trains all day, and then end in the depot again, like, you know, 18 hours later or something. That is something I want to do whenever Train Sim World offers it. If there's a route that offers it, I want to do that. So that's cool. We are cleared into platform 2. There we are. And 25. Eastbourne. We are here. Sun shining on the train just to finish it off. Look at that. A few screenshots along the way, I think it's a good idea. Take a couple. Here we are. Should bring the speed down gently. Don't want to approach too quickly because throw the emergency brakes on. I don't know if there are TPWS grids here, but in reality there would be. At most stations anyway. Some of these stations on the southern coast, particularly on the West Coastway, I think a place like Littlehampton, I don't know if they've changed now, but when I was there, again on the 395, they all had semaphore signals still. So it's quite old school. Well, we're a tad late, because I was going a bit slow out of Hampton Park, but welcome to Eastbourne. The Sunshine Coast is a sign here, I think, somewhere that says welcome to the Sunshine Coast or something, which is cool. And here we are. The door's done. No, we don't need to change any of that because we're not actually... We do need to do this. There we go. Because we are... This is the end of the journey for us, but in reality the train will turn around and head back. But that has been the comeback special. 5 videos, many miles. Feel free to work them out if you want to. Let me know. But yeah, that's been the comeback special. I am back. There we go. We've just driven 23.8 miles. That'll give you a head start. East Coastway. Level 9. So I'm level 13 on the Electrostar already. So I've driven it quite a lot. We did alright there. Our accuracy wasn't too bad. So that has been the comeback special. I am back. It's good to be back. I don't know how infrequently I will be uploading, but you can look forward to various things, I'm sure. I hope to keep us all occupied and stuff during this lockdown situation and beyond. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.